both obviously would be scared shitless if we had to play Suburb.
We would. I mean, we'd be excited at the same time because, like, yeah, this is Spur, but then you'd be kind of scared because if we lose, we die.
Like, and we'd be having like heart attacks and everything.
Yes, but we have
like,
to get focused
we would,
and everything. We have to get our shit
and we would
together.
have to get over it, and we have to get over it eventually. He never does. I mean, he gets used to it, and like, he's also kind of an asshole.
Obviously, I think.
Like, because of what he did to both Jane and Dirk.
But what did you do to Dirk exactly?
Like, he was what he broke up with Dirk,
Okay.
like just completely smashing his heart to pieces. And then before he broke up with Dirk, he talked about Jane so much. Well, he talked to Jane about Dirk so much that it pissed her off to no end and like ruined her birthday.
And Roxy was like the only one that really had her head in the game compared to everyone else. Like they were too emotional at the time.
Right. And it's ironic because Dirk's the Prince of Heart.
And you have to completely destroy your aspect, I think.
No, you have the ability to, but you don't have to. You lack your aspect completely.
He lacks heart, obviously. Because I guess he just doesn't care.
No, he does care. It's just that everybody thinks that he doesn't. He gives off this, like, it's not like Dave's where you can tell he cares, but he's just hiding it. It legitimately seems like he doesn't care, but he does.
Oh, okay. What was Jake's thing? Like,
he's Page of Hope.
Page of Hope, and obviously I guess that means he gives out hope.
Well, no, he's really weak at first with Hope, but then you train him long enough, and then he becomes like one of the most powerful people ever.
He's obviously
not
hopeful because when he's in the game, he just denies it. Really, he just doesn't want to be in the game. He doesn't hope for them to win. He doesn't hope anything really. And bam, all this hope.
Like, if anything, my favorite Alpha Kid is Jane.
Alpha Kid?
Because hers is the most like believable transition.
How so? Explain it.
Okay, so at first, she's excited to play the game and everything, you know, right? And she, like, activates the game, her computer gets blown up because Roxy put a virus in it, but then she still gets the game, plays it anyways.
Okay.
Like, and plays with everybody. And then, as she goes more into the game, like, when she first comes to her land, she is scared shitless. She is, like, completely scared out of her wits. One, because she's in a land she's never seen or heard before. Two, she comes into contact with the most dangerous troll ever known, Gamzee, who tries selling her stuff, and then she's really basically troll blood. Yeah. Third, her kernel sprite basically exploded, so
ain't got no guide. He's in there alone.
Yeah, she doesn't have a guide to guide her. Fourth, her dad is gone, and she doesn't even know if he's dead or not. And she's frantically looking for her dad.
Jake is really a douche when he doesn't really consider all this stuff Jane's going through.
Like, or even Dirk for that matter.
Yes, obviously Dirk.
Like, and then fifth, she has little to no fighting experience whatsoever.
And like everyone else is sort of trained in that.
Yeah, because Roxy's good with rifles, Jake is good with pistols, and
it doesn't even need to explain.
Dirk is good with swords.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, like, but she's not a good fighter. She lacks a lot of aspects that you would need to complete the game. And she is realistically scared because she's not sure if she's going to live through it all. And you can really feel that, like, because when she, like, because when you see her flip out at Jake, like, they've been in the game for like a couple years now.
Okay.
Or no, for a few months, I think. For a few months, and they're like stressed out because they know they're in a void session, so they can't win. And so they know this is probably, and they think that's probably how they're going to spend the rest of their lives, living in this game.
Eesh.
And so they're stressed the hell out about it, and they don't know what the hell to do. And so Jane is taking it the hardest because today of all days happens to be her birthday. And she's just trying to forget about it. For one day, she states that she just wanted to forget about the game, she wanted to forget about everything, and just wanted to hang out with them and be friends and just have fun, lift their worries, ease their troubles. And then Jake came along, he became a giant jackass towards her and completely threw that into the dust. and her heart was smashed.
Okay.
Like, and so, like, understandably so she just ran off back to her house in a huff. Like, because all of this shit keeps happening to her, and she's just reacting to it how pretty much any of us would. If a guy came to you and told you your dad was dead, like, and you believe that your dad, and you would believe that your dad was somehow okay, and he might just be somewhere, and your dad, and someone comes up to you and you're like, yeah, your dad's dead. I mean, I would flip shit.
Yeah, that's just my would too.
I mean, you get your heart smashed in a game where you're supposed to be a team and work together.
Team, like, but with the beta kids, they were a lot more of a team, really, compared to the alpha kids.
Well, that's because their session was a void session, so they were able to work off each other a lot more.
But wait, okay, what's the difference between a void session and a regular session?
A void session, you have to prototype your kernel sprite at least once before you enter the game. Otherwise, the pieces don't set up. The chess pieces don't set
John
up.
did a lot of that, really.
Yeah, he prototyped twice before he went in. And after you go in, if you prototype after you go in, it's just aesthetic differences.
Okay, Rose had that one sprite. I forgot her name. Jade.
Jasper's.
Okay, who'd Jade have?
Jade sprite.
And Dave had Dave sprite.
Dave had Dave sprite, and then John had Nana sprite.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But they didn't have, for the most part, they didn't have any sprites. The only sprite that's left from their session,
Sprite.
the only sprites, Aerosol sprite and Arceus sprite.
And they're not really doing that much.
Yeah, they don't do a lot. And since none of them prototype before they enter the game, their session is a void session because it's still an eternal tie. They have to prototype in order for the balance to be tipped. Yeah, they didn't do that because they were too much in a rush to get to the game.
Okay. But yeah, I remember there was like for the beta kids, their session didn't really start up a lot until like Act 3 or 4, really.
Yeah, when Rose and Jade were entering.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Just out of all the characters, Jane's is the most believable for what she's going through. Like, I don't know. And then they went trickster and shit, and she's the one who, after they come out of being trickster mode, she's the one who is just shitting on herself the hardest.
Oh yes. But then they all get
because she's the one. Yeah, they went to God tier at the same time because Beck was still going on a rampage and he destroyed their moon.
Ah, yes. Okay, so I guess if they died on that moon, how'd they go God tier on Earth?
They didn't go God tier on Earth. They just died on the moon. They were all at the moon. Those weren't their dream selves. Their trickster selves flew to the moon.
Oh shit. Okay.
Their trickster selves flew to their separate moons, and they woke up there.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Didn't Dirk also have it? Is Dirk's dream self still alive?
Yeah. His dream self is the self that went back in the game. His dream self is the self that did the time loop.
And so the non-dream self one is dead, right?
Yeah. The human self is dead.
Okay. Wow.
The human for Jane and Jake, their dream selves are dead and they are still alive. For Roxy and Dirk, their dream selves are alive, but their human forms are dead.
Oh wow, that's weird, but okay. Okay.
And then for all the beta kids, all their dream selves are dead.
And that's how they got to you, right?
Well, wait, for Dave and Rose, they died themselves, but then their dream selves became God tier.
Oh, so it's basically the same thing for the alpha kids and the beta kids, I guess.
Yeah.
The dream selves died, then they became human, but the human selves.
For the Prosper Dreamers, their dream selves died, but their regular forms went God tier. The Durst Dreamers, regular forms died and their dream selves went god tier.
Does that happen for the trolls too?
It would have if Beck Noir didn't destroy their planets.
Beck, like, it would have been a normal session with the Black King and everything if Beck hadn't entered and just fucked up everyone's shit.
Yeah, like, basically, the only one who went god tiers were Aradia and Vriska. And Vriska went god tier. Like, it seems like there's a running theme that Prospect Dreamers go god tier with their human forms, and Dirt Streamers go god tier with their dream selves, because it's the same thing happened for Vriska and Aradia. Vriska died as a human, went god tier as a human. Aradia obviously died as a troll a lot of times, and went god tier as her dream self on Durst.
Okay. So basically, if it weren't for Beck, then most of them would have went god tier.
Yep.
So.
But the only reason that Beck existed was because the beta trolls forgot the most important frog in the sequence before creating their Genesis frog, and that caused a cancer. And the cancer was John Egbert.
Cancer?
Yeah, it caused a cancer in their universe, which was John Egbert. Because think about it like this. Alright, so they skipped the most important frog, they created the universe. Remember how their names, remember how like their chum handles, the 2 letters in front, all represented a different form of DNA? The only one who broke the chain was John Egbert.
He had GT and then EB.
Yeah, he had EB. He's the cancer. Because also, remember how the Harlequin doll didn't have any arms?
Oh yes, I remember there was a thing going on about that.
Yeah, if he had prototyped it with no arms whatsoever, Beck Noir wouldn't have been able to put on the ring.
But he only gave it
and
one
they would have
arm,
been able to win.
And then, that.
Yeah, he gave it one arm, and that was the cancer that was created. John Egbert is...
He didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah. And John Egbert inadvertently was the cancer that Karkat created.
So if it wasn't for John, they would have had a perfect session and everyone would have been okay.
Yep.
So John's basically the entire reason their whole entire session was fucked up.
Uh-huh.
Wow. This makes me want to look at John a different way now.
Well, it's more so Karkat's fault.
Oh yeah, because
he's the one who created their universe.
Because he's the knight, right?
Yeah, he's the knight. He was supposed to help the space player collect the Genesis frogs, and he did. But it was actually more so Kanaya's fault because she skipped the important frog.
And I'm guessing they were just sort of being really quick and hasty with it.
Yeah, they were being quick and hasty because they had so little time.
What would have happened if they went a bit slower?
Then they probably wouldn't have made the time limit, and they would have lost because the reckoning would have happened.
The reckoning?
Yeah, the meteors.
Oh, signaling that they're entering the session.
Huh?
Signaling that they're entering the session.
No, not that the reckoning that happens when you're low on time. Like because if you notice during the fight.
I get it. Is it like when you're playing a game that you start running out of time, and then you sort of just lose that level or something like that?
Yeah,
okay,
the meteors happen, and then everything's fucked. Like, have you seen the Flash for Rex Duodecim Angelus?
That thing where they fight the Black King, yeah.
Remember how it was already raining meteors before they even started fighting it? That signaled that they were running really low on time.
So they had to be real quick on fighting him.
Yeah, so they had to skip it. I don't think they had a choice.
Why did they have enough time, though, to begin with?
Because of all the prototypings they did. The more powerful prototypings that you put into the kernel sprite, the less time you have to beat the game. Because you're expected to work quicker with your more powerful prototyping.
So basically all they had to do was just quickly give their prototype a low power level and just get in and get ready and do all the stuff?
Well, no, the problem was that they prototyped their Luci.
Oh.
It wouldn't have been such an issue if they didn't prototype Glub.
Okay.
If they didn't prototype... Because if they didn't prototype Glub, the Biclops, the Goat Dad, or Crab Dad, they probably would have had more time.
Oh, yes, okay. Okay.
because those are the 4 strongest Lucai.
Oh, okay, okay. Did they have to prototype their Lucai?
Yes. They didn't have much else to prototype, and they really were running low on time.
Hmm. Did their kernel sprites enter into the game with them?
Yeah, but they prototyped their Lucai first before they went into the game.
Okay, okay, okay. Oh, yeah. Wasn't Jack Noir in the game with him as an exile?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I remember this now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay. So back to the thing. This really makes me want to look at John a different way now.
But he didn't do any of it on purpose.
Oh, wait, how did putting the arms on that affect how Beck Noir was gonna look?
Because if the Harlequin doll had no arms, when he put on the ring, he would have no arms. His arms would disappear, meaning that the ring would fall off.
But how's the Harlequin connected to Beck?
Because when you put on the ring, when you put on the Queen's ring or the King's ring, you gain the changes of whatever is prototyped. So the Harlequin doll, he only had one arm when John prototyped the arm. If you put it on if you put the doll in before he put on the arms, or not,
because he prototyped the Harlequin with Nana, and then got Nana Sprite.
no, because remember he put the one arm on the Harlequin doll, prototyped it, then put in Nana's ashes. If he did the same thing without putting on the arm, when Beck Noir put on the ring, it would fall off.
Oh, okay.
Because he has no hands.
Okay, so basically all he had to do was not put arms on the Harlequin doll.
Yup.
And then they would have been perfectly couldn't. Oh yeah, well then Beck wouldn't be able to have the ring because it would just fall off. Okay, yeah, all he had to do is not put the arms on the doll, and everyone would have been safe.
Yep.
Everyone.
Because
then Beck Noir went around killing everyone from both sessions. Like he killed off.
And that's why when everybody read that comic on Paradox Space, they lost their shit.
All John had to do was not put arms on that Harlequin doll, and everyone would have been safe. Everyone. They would have had a successful session and saved the worlds and universes.
That's why all the Homestuck fans just completely lost their shit.
All we had to do was get John not to put arms on the fucking doll. Everyone.
And do you want to know why they lost their shit so hard? Because it was because of fan input that happened.
Fan input?
Because I think the entire first act of Homestuck was nothing but fan input. Every page was a suggestion from a fan. So there was that one fan out there who suggested that he put arms on the Harlequin doll.
And Husky was all like, oh, okay, I can work with that. I'll give him arms, okay.
And then that completely fucked up everything. Everybody was pissed.
Just like, bam! You like those arms now? Huh? You fucking like those arms, you asshole? He's like, oh god.
What have I done? I just fucked up Homestuck.
How do you feel now, you son of a bitch? You got arms.
That one guy has to live with it for the rest of his life.
Okay. This is probably how Husky's like, okay, you want arms in it? We'll put arms on it. We'll put your fucking arms on the fucking doll. Then in Act 5, bam! Huh? You like those arms now, huh? You like those fucking arms? Oh my god. Oh my god, this is perfect.
I bet you that guy was the first one to realize what happened.
The guys just saw
and he.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so.
And people are freaking out. It's people are just going up to at school. People just push him over, and just run away, or fucking take his clothes from the shower room and the locker room. Hey.
You fucked up Homestuck, you son of a bitch.
Sorry, I didn't know. And someone a hardcore Nepeta fan, she's just some Nepeta and goes up and beats the shit out of him. That was for Nepeta, you son of a bitch. I'm so sorry. I feel bad for that dude.
Just shit. Because of all that, all those deaths could have been avoided.
If the guy didn't all the guy had to say was just
No arms.
He didn't even have to suggest shit. He should have, when he was suggesting that, right mid-sentence, he should have just had a heart attack. Well, he should have just, like, just had a cramp in his hand and just walked away from the computer and got some water or something. Because then that would have just gotten rid of the idea of the arms on the Harlequin. All you had to do was just have a little cramp and that would have fixed everything.
But, like, no. He had to completely fuck up Homestuck.
He was feeling really great. It was like, ooh, give it like 20 arms. No! He doesn't need 20 arms.
Alright, fine, just one arm.
Oh my god. Just one arm would have been okay? Oh wait, was it one arm?
No arms would have been okay.
Oh god.
Oh my lord, that would have just... that killed me when I found that out.
Okay. So when you get to that ring, he needs the prototypes from all the prototypes, like Day Sprite's wings, Beck Noir, because, you know, he's a dog, the,
yeah.
one arm, and Jasper's tentacles.
Yeah, Jasper's tentacles, and the,
I got it.
And the, little shred of the Harlequin dress thingy.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. A little bit of shred on that. Okay, I got it now. I sort of understand that now. Okay, I got a vague idea now.
Like, I wanted to... I was just like, why?
I still want to say before it sounds a lot nicer than regular Alternia. I want to go there now. People always say they want to live on Alternia. No, you don't. You want to live on before it's not Alternia.
Like, I want Beck Noir to see the worst possible death ever.
Maybe PM kills him. I'd be okay with that if PM kills him. Because PM's good, okay? She's obviously good.
Yeah. Like, I want him to... I want him to die.
Yo, wait, can't Jane bring people back to life?
Yeah, but the corpse still has to be there.
Didn't Gamgee, like, take most of the corpses?
No, the meteor's gone. All the corpses are gone.
Fuck.
He beheaded all of them.
Damn it, Gamgee.
And just threw their corpses into the prototyping thing. So they're not coming back.
Yeah, but if we're gonna be honest, Gamgee, like, even when he wasn't on the crazy Silver Rampage, even when he wasn't on Soper, he's still kind of an asshole, really.
Yeah.
I mean, and you can't tell me otherwise. I mean, you see the way he treated Terezi, really, and didn't tell Carcat about it at all. He's still naturally an asshole, even when he's not.
Well, that was because it's a Kismesis dude.
I know, but that's taken it a whole nother level. That's, like, abusive.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn.
Like, Kismesis dudes aren't supposed to be like that.
They're supposed to be, like, scratching, like, hissing, a little bit of spitting.
No, there could be fighting.
Yeah, it's just not hardcore, like, beating. Like, that's different. Like, you're not trying to kill them, you're trying to, like, hurt them, but not kill them. I think there's an obvious line of difference between that. Like, I want to hurt you, but we're fucking afterwards. Got it? Like, not, I'm gonna try and kill you. There's an obvious difference between trying to kill someone and just wanting to hurt someone. Yeah. Okay, we got that out of the way. I honestly want an act of just the Before Trolls session. I want to see how that went. If Husky makes an Act 7, that's what I want it to be.
I mean, I feel like that we got enough information from the Before session.
Yeah, when it was just going around talking to the pre-scratch trolls.
Yeah, I feel like we got enough information from them.
Did the Ancestors play the game?
No, the Ancestors did not play the game because they're
very busy.
Because no, they didn't play the game because their race wasn't in jeopardy.
So the race has to be in jeopardy for them to play the game?
Yeah, like they have to be like going pretty extinct.
And the Before session was gonna go extinct? I mean, not the session,
Before
was gonna go extinct?
Yeah.
How did they get a hold of the game anyway?
I think that I can't remember how they got a hold of the game. I think like the condescension went to the moon, found the game.
So the game is like some ancient kind of thing to save your world, and
Mm-hmm.
she just distributed that in like all the planets.
Mm-hmm.
So she just like dropped that off on both Earths.
No, she didn't drop it off on both Earths. She on Earth, like she found her copy on the moon.
Okay.
Like on Earth, it was a beta game.
Oh, it was a beta?
Yeah, it's a beta.
And how was there a beta? That mean like it wasn't the full version of the game. It was like
No, it was a lie that it was a beta.
so it was the real thing.
Mm-hmm. And the alpha kids got the alpha version.
Which was the regular version?
Yep.
How did they get them though?
They got it in the mail.
From who?
Like they thought they were like randomly selected or
Oh
something.
my god. How is what do you mean they got randomly selected? That's like how?
Because for like most betas or alphas or stuff like that, you randomly get selected.
Just randomly get given the game by who? Condi?
I guess so.
I still sort of feel like I should go deeper into like the origins of the game and who even made that kind of game.
I mean, I don't think that's really too important.
I guess it isn't. I mean, for now. I mean, what someone actually just finds that game, like someone's just excavating in a mountain, like with their dad, and they just see that thing. It's like, hey, Dad, I found something. It says Spurb. Can I play it when I get home?
Son, put that down. Put that the fuck
It's
down.
like, you found a video game? Well, maybe we should be careful. I mean, you did find it in a mountain. Like, you don't just find Spurb in a mountain. Like, oh wait, there's 3 other copies. Can I give them to my friends out of the country? Sure. We're gonna need some extra money for mailing. Okay. It's like, oh god, you don't know what you just did. You started the apocalypse. Why would you do this? Do not play that game. They're like, a whole bunch of Homestuck fans are like hardcore martial artists, like hunted down. Don't play that game. But I wanna play it. You don't understand. Oh my god, imperfect.
I just wanted. I don't know. It was just. I don't know. Like, I just really fucking. All I know is that I really fucking hate Jake.
I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah, I sort of hate him too. Anyway, just sort of a, he wasn't really, he was sort of self-centered in a way. He didn't really care about others at the moment. Just really about himself, sort of. Phew. Oh wait, how many people are in this group?
Like, I feel so fucking bad for Jane though. She didn't ask for any of
She
this.
really didn't. Oh hey, there's like 14 people in here. We could start a session if we wanted. Oh yes,
No.
yes. All we have to do is not fuck up. Like, we've seen enough of Homestuck on what not to do to have a successful session. Don't don't prototype your fucking sprites with arms. Just don't. Just trust me. We don't even know what's going on Durst and Prospect. Just don't. Trust me on this. Okay, what else we...
All we have to do on Durst is get rid of Jack Noir.
Yes, if there is a Jack Noir, or like someone...
Yes, there always is a Jack Noir in every session. He's the wild card.
Oh, okay, so for the kids it was Spade Slick, for them it was Jack Noir?
No, for the for the kids it was Jack. For the kids and trolls, it's Jack Noir.
Yo, wait, how do we know we haven't already beaten Jack Noir? Because we don't know what's going on Durst and Prospect. Oh my
Where?
god, no, wait. What about the people that have insomnia and almost never sleep? Jack Noir could be tearing them in half right now. He could, couldn't he?
Maybe so.
Oh my god, you For the sake of the session, sleep. For the sake of all that is good and holy, sleep. Just an hour, please. Just 1 hour is all right. We just sleep, please. Just an hour. Just enough to go get shit done on Durst or CrossFit, wherever your dream